are people's default to be racist towards black people? Do you know how deeply embedded racism has to be into someone to the point where you have a neurological or psychological disorder and your first default is say something racist towards black people? Always black people. It's never any other racial slur or anything. It's always something geared towards black people. This is why I be saying, y'all, racism has worked itself into the DNA. I don't care what nobody say. There got to be some type of research study done on how embedded racism is, because I think it's to the point where it'll work this way into the DNA. Because there's no way that people who have Alzheimer's, dementia, Tourette's, your default is racism towards black people. That is insane to me. And something that I also notice is sometimes, more often than I like to see, somebody will say something racist and then suddenly they got every disorder in the DSM-5. And then black people, we just got to play it cool. Like, oh, okay, like all this is normal. This is not normal, y'all. It's not. And what upsets me and my homegirls is that we always have to be the bigger person. Even when it is a clear act of violence or belittling done against us, we have to be the bigger person in the situation. And y'all, this is just insane.
Yeah, she's speaking facts. Y'all gotta know that we the default for racism because it is so embedded in their DNA. You gotta know it is after 400 years, you feel me? But I think the other reasons why everybody's so quick to disrespect us, other than the fact that they just don't like us, is because we don't have no political power is one reason. What I mean by that is, like, let's think about Jewish people. If you disrespect Jewish people, you are labeled as anti-Semitic and you lose everything. So they take their respect, basically. You disrespect us, you gonna pay. And another reason I think could be, like, you know, because it seemed kind of profitable, man. Y'all seen the video of the woman calling the kid, the little black kid, a nigger, man. She got money sent to her, didn't she, if I'm not mistaken? The Subway person too, didn't they? I don't know, I might be tripping. But these people get money sent to them just for being racist. And if I'm not mistaken, one of them got like 100K, you know what I'm saying? So it just seemed profitable. And in that same sense, you also got to think about people like Ada Ross, Neon, blah, blah, blah. People like them who just use rage bait, you know what I'm saying, to get famous, you know what I'm saying? They say something racist about us. We go in their comments or whatever and talk shit, repost them, give them a platform, really, and they be blowing up. Everybody else be loving them and telling us to shut up, stop complaining, victim mentality. So also got to look at it like that too.
Are you friendly?
I don't know, are you black? Yeah, knew it. PvP, but now you're loser. Ha ha.
Sorry, that guy was racist.
Yeah, I heard it.
Them folks didn't want us on earth. Why in the hell would they give us the key to heaven? Jamal, that's the same way I feel about Christianity. What you said about MAGA?
Yes.
And them white
Yes.
preachers?
Yes.
I don't like anything that the slave master believed in. Nothing. Nothing. I don't care what it is. We can take the same principles and call it something else. Them folks didn't want us on earth. Why in the hell would they give us the key to heaven? That don't make no sense. They never gave us anything that was good. So I'm not saying that it's not right if it's right or wrong, but what I am saying, the same way that we sit up and judge people.
Yes.
And ain't done no research, ain't transcribed,
Yes.
ain't went overseas to get those scrolls to make sure that they didn't put their own ideology in those things.
Yes.
Those people have lied about everything, Jay.
Yeah.
And it has been used as a mechanism, bro. Like, a wise man told me one time, it is better to be in chains than to have your mind taken over.
Yeah.
Because you, at least with the chains, you know what you're fighting against.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
mentally, if you don't know no better, my grandmother died, one of the most oppressed women in Mississippi, and she was happy. Imagine that. Them folks had my grandmother so wrapped up that she was happy.
Yeah, I kind of always thought that same way about it too. Just from a common sense point of view, like, they always have called us monkeys, say we were subhuman, less than human, low IQ. Why would they want us to go to heaven and they think we subhuman? So It just make no common sense at all. But David Banner said it best, so I ain't gonna talk in a circle or nothing like that. But I was scrolling and I seen this video today. It's a new day today, if y'all can't tell, you know what I'm saying? I still look a mess, of course, but it's a new day, you know what I'm saying? And I was scrolling today and I seen this video and it touched on what I was talking about earlier in the video about, you know, how just disrespecting black people seem profitable in some ways or in a lot of ways, you know what I'm saying? And so, of course I gotta show y'all this.
The amount of anti-blackness that's permeated globally since the beginning of time is disproportionate to the history that black people have had on this planet. Where's the big crime against humanity? Where's the big crime against the environment? Where's the big crime against the animal kingdom? I mean, of course I know that there's no crime that would justify the amounts of anti-blackness that the world has allowed to fester. And my bigger point is how powerful propaganda is. You can go to any country, so many languages have slurs for black people. And this goes from the top 1% to the Mountain Dew drinking maggots. Even in the Epstein files, no black people in his day-to-day life, there's been racial slurs in those emails. These young Republican group chats that have been getting leaked, there's been several get leaked. They use an N-word back and forth all day, dream about causing harm to black people. Think about when the streamer, I Show Speed, he went to him going to some of the countries in Europe or some of the countries in Asia, making monkey noises, throwing bananas, European soccer leagues. They've had to have games with nobody in the stands because the anti-blackness was so out of hand. You can fail in another career. You can be a failed actor, a failed musician, a failed athlete. If you pivot to spouting out anti-black rhetoric, you can make a lucrative career out of that. You can have a viable career. You can call kids the N-word, have that video go viral, and then you've got a 6-figure GoFundMe set up in 3 business days. The math's just not adding up. 2 + 2 is not equaling 4. The amount of dehumanization and persecution just doesn't add up to the impact and history black people have had on this planet. That just shows you how much of a real thing propaganda and programming is.
The usual suspects. Abraham Lincoln made a mistake. Is anyone surprised? 1350. I'm fatigued.
Oh, dang. I just saw a headline that said a guy shot and killed 3 people. Well, is there a description on him? Well, it says here that he was a Muslim immigrant that... Well. You see, this is why I say Muslims don't belong in America. Oh, dang. I just saw a headline that said a guy shot and killed 3 people. Well, is there a description on him? Well, it says here that he's white. Ah, shit. Oh yeah? What's his sexuality? He was a straight biological male. Damn it. But what's his political affiliation? Well, not only was he a Republican, he was a Republican that voted for Trump 3 times. Well, how about his religion? Christian. What's the news source of this story? Fox News. Well, there's gotta be more to this story.
See, and that's like, this is one of the main reasons why I say we be in mind fuck, cause like, you know, how many times have y'all seen some type of news report or something, or post, viral post, and it'll say the first black person to do something, first black woman astronaut, I don't know, I'm just giving an example, and the first thing it'll say in the comments is, why I gotta be about race? Why I gotta be about race? This is the reason why racism still exists. This is the reason why racism won't die. There's only one people who are keeping racism alive. You will see those type of comments, at least I have. You know what I mean? But then the first thing that happens when black people do something wrong is, you know what it is, you know what I'm saying? A lot of crazy comments, you know what I'm saying? The worst of the worst racist type stuff, you feel me? So it's like, we all got to look at that and be like, that's common sense. You know what I mean? That's just simple mind fuckery. But I don't know.
I'm going to play you a clip that I just saw this morning.
Every one of those red dot maps is a unique IP address that is downloaded, shared, or distributing, almost all under the age of 12. And that's just a 6-month screenshot of it. And there are over 338,000 on there.
I'm sorry, what? What the actual fuck is going on? You Sick, nasty, disgusting motherfuckers. Do you people not have to go to work or some shit? This one's for you. Okay?
See, and one could argue that CP, CSAM, the child abuse material, one could argue that stuff is really, truly a big problem in America, right? But it's not seen as a big problem because of who's mostly being convicted for it, because who's mostly doing it. You know what I mean? People like Charlie Kirk and all of the right-wing people don't talk about this because it's them doing it. It's easier to talk about, see what I'm saying, and make other people hate on us with statistics and just gloss over their statistics. It's simple math, but it's mindfuckery. They could for sure be sitting down discussing why is that such a big problem in their community. Listen, 99% of the people convicted for CP, and that is receiving it, distributing it, or possessing it. 99% of the people who was convicted for any of that was men, and 71% of those people was white men. You see what I'm saying? And so you could argue that they have a problem with that in their community, right? But they ain't gonna talk about that out loud because it's not about, I'm telling y'all, it's not about right. It's not about none of that. It's just mindfuckery. It's just about hate. And crazy as that sound, as victim mentality as that sound, like, that's just what it's about. Like, it's not really deep.
Raised by racists, and I want to talk about how deep the racism is behind closed doors. For some people, it's not just casual racist comments, it goes into every little detail about their life and what choices they make. It was so bad that I would literally get physically punished for listening to music by people of color. I was told that I needed to keep the bloodline pure, and if I was caught dating a person of color, that they would immediately disown me. I remember being as young as 4 years old and being asked why I wasn't friends with the white kids in my school and being told that those are the people that I need to befriend. Thankfully, I went no contact and I don't have to deal with their hateful beliefs anymore, but I want you to know that change is possible and you don't have to believe everything that you were taught growing up.
Yeah, mind fuck. I'm telling you, they mind fucking us. Look, these people grow up with these people. They teach them to not like us. They tell them to stay away from us. Listen to what I'm saying to you, man. When we be like racist and they be like, nah, ain't nobody racist, y'all tripping, y'all victim mentality. They mind fucking us, bruh. They grew up with these people their whole life, bruh, and they know people been telling them racist stuff. I don't know, I really truly don't know what be making certain white people come out and be like, yeah, my people racist, cause bruh, I guarantee you if most of them came out there, be like, yeah, it's somebody, yeah, teaching them that in their family. Whether it be mom and dad, uncle, somebody, I'm telling you, close to them, blood relative. You see what I'm saying? We'll be teaching them that, man. I'm telling you. And they play dumb to mind fuckers. Ain't nobody's racist. It's cause of y'all. I'm telling y'all stop and think. That's why I do truly, listen to me, hear me out. That's why I truly do think it's best to not have no victim mentality or even call it out. You see what I'm saying? You're gonna look crazy because everybody gonna act like they don't know what they talking about. And of course, they all aligned, they all together because they got a common enemy. You got to think about us like that. I ain't trying to make it crazy or sound like no self-hatred or make you hate yourself. I'm telling y'all, these people teach their children this stuff, and then these people come out into the world and we call it what it is. We victim mentality or we crazy or something. That's the greatest mindfuck that y'all gotta realize ever exist, in my opinion. So just know that stuff is like how it go when these people be playing in your face like they don't know nobody that's racist and it's just you or it's just us. It's just us because we all bad people. But That's my 2 cents, man. Like I said, I ain't no activist or nothing like that. I ain't really qualified to speak on it, you feel me? I'm a wannabe rapper, you know what I'm saying? I got felonies, you know what I'm saying? Trust me, I just really want my people to see we just being mindful. That's just it. It's literally nothing else other than that. But that's really it, man. That's the conclusion.